The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama.
You're listening to Meridian's 3-time CMA nominees for Broadcast Personality of the Year. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Debbie.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Debbie.
Good morning to you.
I have found some more folks that may not like me.
What do you mean?
As in people that are in the IT department, they say I don't react very well when things go wrong.
I don't know.
We got green light, so that means we're
I
talking
know.
this morning.
So actually, everybody can hear us. I think yesterday morning, our very first morning, and nobody could hear us for what, 3 minutes?
It wasn't
Anyway,
that long, but
I don't run the board. Hands are free.
so who else
Scotty
is in
Ray.
the room?
Yeah, but I just want to make mention that little picture that you just decided to use for the opening. We need to switch that one up.
You don't like it?
No, I look like a deer in the headlights. Did you not see that? It's not one that I approve.
Well, I thought, it's small. She'll never notice, and
No,
I had to do it in a hurry.
I think this goes to the age-old, if you think you look okay in a picture, and because you're the one that's making this stuff, you just
Yeah.
do whatever you think is looking good for you.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
baby.
it is. Whatever makes you look the best.
Yeah, we'll get it smoothed up and better as it comes along. Thank y'all for joining us. This is our second day moving to the 7 a.m. slot here at Fox and also on YouTube if you haven't joined us on YouTube before, and also on Facebook. Now, what's different about our show is you can interact with us while we're live on television. If you want to say, where'd you get that necklace, Debbie? She'll tell you.
I actually got my necklace from my daughter.
Oh,
My daughter gave
That's
that to me
cute.
for Christmas. Thank you, Katie. I think a couple of years ago, or maybe last year. I don't know. Time goes so fast.
Sandy White said it raining on her this morning.
It did. That's why the hair's up today, because I have probably the thickest hair of any one human, and it has a lot of wave in it.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to really kind of slick it
You're
down.
just really trying to rub this in, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, but it just grows like a wedge. It's like in the rain, so it always has to be up when it's raining out.
I end up as homely as Dwight Yoakam without a cowboy hat. It's serious.
You do not.
I ain't got
I
no
don't know.
hair.
I don't know the last time I've ever seen you without a cowboy hat, actually, or a ball cap. You wear a
I'm
ball
gonna
cap.
have one of the two, unless it's a windy day and this thing got knocked off my head.
Really?
All prayers going on.
Do you ever walk around without a hat?
Uh-uh.
Period. No.
No, and don't let nobody tell you that if you wear a hat, it causes that. I started wearing a hat because I needed it.
True.
If you remember.
Well, somebody posted a picture yesterday, Delina, I think, and you were not wearing a hat.
Are you
Right.
sure? No, I think
Were
you're
you wearing
wrong.
a hat?
I think so.
Oh, maybe not.
Let me go back and pull this
I
picture
do not
up.
like. I'm wearing some mom jeans. That's a picture from 1990,
90 or so.
and those mom jeans. Oof.
Now, what do you see in that?
Oh, you are wearing a hat.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's Jerry
And all
Reed,
of-
though.
That's kind of hard to see, but I need to
Yeah,
back
you
off.
can't see that at all.
We'll share it tomorrow, but that's Jerry Reed back in the day when he was here.
Is Jerry Reed still alive?
No.
No, I'm sorry.
He went eastbound and down.
Well, good morning to everybody. A lot of comments here. Let's see. Good morning to Alan, Litchfield, Patsy. Who else we have?
And we had
Sandy
this
White. Hey,
Nice young lady here who wanted me
Oh.
to say hello to her.
I hope I get this right. LaQuina Wash.
She was at the parade yesterday, and she was so nice, and I appreciate her. We're going to show you some pictures of the parade, what went on yesterday. It was a large turnout for that.
Martin Luther King Parade. Yeah.
And the participants in it.
I know.
You
It
know,
was
that other parade
huge.
that I called you and said, hey, I'm going, and me and Dylan walked up, and we set the camera down. And I said, Debbie, what time do they start? And this was like 4 minutes after.
Which parade was that?
Maybe
the Halloween
Halloween.
parade,
It was
yeah.
gone. I missed
But
it.
I hope that grows because it's cute.
Oh, very cute. But
I
it
love a good
just
parade.
wasn't a lot of participants in that one, so
Yeah. But I think maybe that was the first one.
maybe.
Maybe. Because you don't typically have Halloween parades, do we? I don't know.
They've started doing a lot in downtown. It is fun. Support everything you can down there.
Hey, Joy.
Yeah. So, Debbie, where were you? Somewhere around 9:35 last night.
Oh, I go to bed at like.
So you.
Well,
were-
I mean, I honestly, Scotty Ray, for a few years, I go to bed at like 7:30.
So you couldn't have been near 25th Avenue. Maybe driving your car backwards with a gun out the window going bang, bang, bang.
That was not me.
Okay, this was not Debbie, folks, but if you live in that area, it did happen. Some gunshots reported. I believe that's the 8,000 block.
Did you say they were driving their car backwards?
Oh, I made that up.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that's some talent right there. Get those glasses on, boy.
8,000 block of 25th Avenue. I couldn't read that for whatever reason.
Let me just tell you.
Yeah.
If you would do, like I had to just go ahead and do it. Instead of readers that you have to put on and off and take it on, you can't, you've got to go get prescription and do the trifocal or whatever this is, progressive, and
just deal with it.
And deal with it. I hate wearing glasses, but I can't see. If I took them off, I'd be squinting the whole time, so.
Normally, I don't have this much time. You know, I've got to have my second eye surgery, and today it's extremely bad.
But that doesn't really change your old age eyesight, does it? The eye surgery, that's more cataract.
Yeah, it's cataract, but he said I had 20/20 at distance. And
Well, I have 20/20 way off.
Yeah.
Well, I really don't. It's kind of
It's
faded
cloudy
over the
at the
year.
moment.
But anything computers up close,
And there's so many of us have these issues.
yeah, and that's why they made these.
What about
That stay
Point
permanently on
Rexall? You know where that was, don't you? Right
Oh, yeah.
in that community last night. We had more gunshots reported, Debbie. Right
I
around
hate
here.
that.
This area here, before you take that left onto Popular Springs Drive, one block due west of Highway 493 or 24th Avenue, how you ever want to word that. That's where that happened there. No one hurt, no one injured, but gunshots did happen last night in those areas. It's a constant thing in that neighborhood.
I don't know. The Point was so huge back in the day.
I know.
Remember everybody? Oh, I still have things from the Point.
And when you sold real estate, that was the place to live there along Poplar Springs.
Oh, yeah.
It was sought after.
Yeah. I remember going into one, it was called the Trustmark House. And I don't know if it was a repo or something, but it was one of those great big houses. And I can remember they had a hidden wall in there.
Really?
Like
What
a
was
hidden,
behind it?
It was like cabinets, but you couldn't tell it was cabinets. And it went into another room. I don't know, maybe a safe room or something like that.
Did
I
you
can't
ever go
remember. It was
in?
just a room.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We didn't know. I was scared to death in that house.
Accidentally?
And then it was like 3 or 4 stories. And it was scarier by the minute. But somebody did end up buying it and redoing it. And now I think it's kind of gone to the wayside, maybe.
Boy, look here. We got Terry McWilliams watching from Iceland. That's a far piece
I want to
off.
go to Iceland so bad.
I hear it's beautiful
I
there.
do. I want to go so bad. Not live there. I don't know if you're living there, Terry. I don't want to live there. I just want to go see it. It's beautiful.
Denise has had her surgery. She's all up on this. We had an accident out by the Ag Center yesterday afternoon. I don't know if anybody saw this or not, but this was the scene there yesterday afternoon where we see a car run off and hit the pillar of the bridge. I don't think it was any serious injuries.
Yeah.
But it sure slowed their pace down.
And there was no bad weather or anything yesterday.
No, that was just probably not paying attention.
Let me just tell you, driving up through here on the highway, I just don't do well in the dark anymore.
Oh, gosh,
I
know
was
what you mean.
probably slowing traffic down because I was doing like 20 miles an hour the whole way. Especially when it's raining, you can't see the lines, and you can't see anything, and the roads are so black.
And sometimes
That
you can't,
causes accidents. People like
sometimes
me.
That white line, sometimes you can't even see it if they hadn't
No.
painted it in a while.
I couldn't see the white line at all on 22nd Avenue.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So it's time for a little paint.
Yeah,
Little
little
repaving.
paint, probably paving would help that. So you had a fire?
Yeah, we did. We had the volunteer fire department were out everywhere yesterday. A shed fire on 11th Street caught fire, 4700 block. The Meridian Fire Department showed up, put that out. I think it had some combustible things inside. You know how everybody shed, they didn't save something, and there's something that you probably ain't supposed to have, and it's highly flammable. They treated it very carefully.
Oh, so there was something in there?
Yeah, because, you know, your paint cans and things that go boof.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Probably not a good word, boof.
Like my garage, if it ever caught fire.
You'd be bad with it.
Yeah. There's no telling what's down there.
But we all have those. Also, we had a brush fire on King Road. If you saw the fire departments running out that way yesterday afternoon. King Road, this is where this all went down yesterday afternoon. I believe that's the 7300 block.
Yeah, but somebody made the comment on there also that it was too windy to be burning. And that's so true.
Yes.
It can be damp on the ground. And if it's windy, I was burning. So I don't know if you know, but the city of Meridian just started where you can only have a 50-gallon bag extra other than
I
your
saw
garbage
that.
can. Whew. Well, at Christmas, that really made a mess. And so I have a fire pit, and I was burning it. And I have a little thing that goes over it that controls it. But if anybody didn't have that, the wind was blowing and it would have taken off like a tornado down the road.
But it concerns me when you say that you can only have X amount of garbage. That makes people want to go throw it on the side of the road, because I think it's going to lead to a big litter problem here.
I think around that time it probably created a lot of problems because of the fact that people had so many extra boxes and wrapping paper and people over and extra garbage. And so people were trying to burn it in the city.
Best way they could.
In their little fire pits.
Didn't work out
You
so
can
well.
burn a little fire in your fire pit. I don't think that's illegal.
Scotty Ray and Debbie, it is Tuesday morning. We'll be right back. Put a smile on, grab a cup of coffee, and we'll be right back. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings this week. Florida strawberries, a 1 pound package, $3.59. Red or white onions, 99 cents a pound. Fresh blueberries, $2.99 each. A 3 pound bag of Halos or Keith ribeye steaks, $13.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Jackson Flowers has settled into their new location on Highway 19 North and is still offering the same great products and services you and your family have grown accustomed to over the past 60 years. Jackson Flowers is pleased to offer their after Christmas sale on many items found in their gift shop. Don't forget, they offer floral arrangements, live, along with all of their fashionable decor for your home or office. Visit Jackson Flowers, now located 2 miles north of Walmart on Highway 19 North. Jackson Flowers, for all occasions.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rockhouse will have the gun that you need, with a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
Interstate Auto, conveniently located right down from IHOP on North Frontage Road in Meridian, has a large selection of late model cars, trucks, and SUVs in inventory. Maybe you like the looks of a sporty Ram truck or the more fuel-efficient Toyota Tacoma and Highlander, or even a Ford Explorer. If you're a truck fan, you must check out their selection of Ford and Chevy pickups. If your family requires extra space, check out their selection of minivans and sedans. And remember, all roads lead to Interstate Auto, 802 North Frontage Road in Meridian.
Okay, during that commercial break, we realized that garbage has gone up. How much, Debbie?
It says an $11 increase. So is that on our water bill? Because I did notice that my water bill went through the roof. But then I did notice I have a little drip in a faucet that taking me over the edge right now. I'm trying to get it fixed. Yeah,
$11 a month. That's pretty strong. That's a big increase.
yeah, it is. It is. So yeah, but I don't mind paying the $11.
If they get your garbage.
Yeah, because we have a lot of garbage. Not intentionally. We just have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like,
You ever think of just going and putting some of it in your neighbor's trash can?
no.
I'm just suggesting things to cure it.
My neighbors are listening.
So we'll talk about that later.
Not that I haven't.
Downtown Meridian was the parade yesterday, and it started off with the police, and they went round and around. What was that song? Round and around we go. Here we go.
I don't know
Here's
that
the Meridian
song,
Police
Scotty.
Department. Something about the merry-go-round.
Oh,
It began, and here come the color guard. It was so many people that
That
showed
is
up and
huge.
participated in this
Yeah.
parade.
that's really great.
It was not.
And they started
short.
off with a breakfast.
Yes.
They had started off with a breakfast, and then they had this great parade, and they had the thing the night before. So that was good. Did I tell you yesterday that I lived in Memphis? Well, Mike and I lived in Memphis for 8 years, and the two main places that people wanted me to take them when they came to visit was the Lorraine Motel,
That's
where Martin Luther King was
shot.
killed, and of course Graceland.
Oh, I can see that. And
Yeah.
those are two popular spots there. But that was a quick look at what we had downtown, and a great turnout for that. Hope you enjoyed yourself down there. Meridian always enjoys good parades.
Yeah.
But,
So, I was just going to ask you real quick,
Oh, go ahead and ask me.
not to change the subject.
Okay, what?
But I happened to go to the bathroom in here a minute ago.
Yeah.
What in the world kind of toilet is that?
Oh, that
Scotty?
has nothing to do with me. My daughter went to Japan, and she decided it's this push button spray thing.
Is it a bidet?
It is.
It's a bidet, but it's different. It's all.
I don't know. I ain't using it.
I didn't
I
know
ain't
how to
touching
use it.
it.
I actually pushed a bunch of buttons. It didn't flush, and then just decided to do the manual
Yeah.
because you can just manually.
I don't
flush.
know.
You don't even use it.
I stay away from that.
I just had to
It's-
ask that while it was still on my mind
It's
because
scary. We'll have to take a picture of that thing. It's
Yeah, you
humongous,
need to.
and it's got all these buttons. and
it's
I'm afraid
very intimidating.
it would knock you
Yeah.
off the commode. I'm afraid. So
You
much
guys are
water
fancy
pressure.
over here with the bidet. I mean, I get it and it's nice, but
I don't get it.
I don't. It's got a blow dryer and everything.
It does?
Yes. Did you not read the button?
No, I didn't. I've never looked at it.
Okay. Well,
It wasn't.
I like the old fashioned.
Me too.
Not super old fashioned,
The-
like outhouse old fashioned.
bucket.
Or the slop jars is what they call them.
Yep, I remember the slop jars.
My grandparents used to have them in the house at night
In case.
because they only had one bathroom, but that bathroom was a pretty fresh one,
Yeah.
It had just been built. So yeah, they still at night you still
I
got
remembered that.
a slop jar that you took in the closet. I don't want to go that far back.
Yeah, me either. How times have changed.
Yeah.
Did you see this of the life expectancy in the United States, the worst?
I did.
The city that got it? Jackson, Mississippi ties with Mobile, Alabama as having the worst. It's 7, and I'm shocked on the year, 74.4 years.
I'm doomed. I'm not going to be
Over.
around much longer. So, yeah, well, it was Jackson, Mobile, and Birmingham. Well, Birmingham was, you get 2 extra months. And actually, Montgomery, Alabama, you get 3 extra months.
You almost get a year there with Beaumont. So,
But it's all Southern.
Yeah.
Everything's Southern for the lowest, because we eat fried food and everything.
that's what I was going to
would
suggest. Fried chicken's going to take us down.
All that
But
fried
ain't it
food.
good? I mean, truthfully, if you got to go, I mean, fried chicken's the way to go. With Colonel Sanders up in the...
Mike loves him some Colonel Sanders, some KFC.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Boy, I sure like that. But that's the latest statistics that they've put out on that. What happens when your roommate decides she doesn't like you anymore? And when I say roommate, I mean as in I think they were boyfriend and girlfriend.
I was going to say, because that's a guy he was a 55-year-old man that she stabbed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was in her 30s. I'm thinking she was dating an older guy. Rankin County is where we're at. And she's pulled out a knife, cut him in the arm, and stabbed him in the abdomen.
But he didn't die, right?
Nope, he made it okay. He was
Okay.
rushed to the hospital, going to make it, but she's been charged with aggravated assault.
Tough deal.
It's just,
Yeah.
she looks like she could whoop you.
She looks pretty mad that she got arrested.
Let's
You just wonder. I mean, maybe he was doing something. Who knows?
our friends at Dark Horse Press carried this story. Let me show you a picture, and y'all tell me if she doesn't look mad. This woman looks like she's got it out for somebody.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
She's
Dark
not
Horse
happy.
all over that. Woo.
But I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of other details. I'll have to watch that trial if it
Got
comes to
left out.
light.
We got somebody else in the state of Mississippi arrested for child molestation. Basically,
Well,
is what it is.
this guy was posing as his daughter,
Correct.
right?
And
a lot younger, and like did a bunch of photos that made him look super young, and he knew that he was cyber stalking a young underage person.
He had 2 phones. He'd call
Yeah.
as himself, and then he would call and change his voice as his daughter. Turns out he
Isn't
has no
that
daughter.
crazy?
Yeah. And these are people that want to harm your children.
Right. That's why you got to love social media, but you got to hate social media.
You've got to just keep a control
You
on
have
it.
and you have to be vigilant all the time to know who you're talking to, what you're talking to, who super filtered something.
Right.
When I put a filter on something on my Facebook and then I see somebody out in public, I'm like, sorry.
Whoops.
It doesn't look like that. No, I'm playing. I try not to.
That happens, though. I'm quite sure of it there. But that's the latest on that in Rankin County. Jackson had a lot of these issues here lately. Oh, boy. Let's see here. We had an armed robbery investigation going on in Jackson also. Somebody broke into a home. That's pretty common over there. Nothing special about that, of what's going on.
Well, when it's an armed robbery, a burglary is one thing.
Yeah.
Armed robbery is
When they come
another.
in.
That's
Now,
pretty
this
scary.
next thing that really caught my attention. This is just south of us as we
I
go
know
down to
I can't talk
know.
about this story, Scotty.
Jones County, the Hattiesburg Laurel area. A family's home caught on fire. He got his wife and his daughter out of the house. He had two dogs with 6 or 8 puppies and went back to get them, and he never made it out of the house.
No, nor did all the animals.
Yeah.
He didn't, but he tried.
He did.
That's so
And
sad.
We give him.
I honestly, I started reading that story and I had to stop because it
I
was
get
just
that.
too heartbreaking to me.
It's painful for something
Yeah.
like that to happen.
It
And
is.
as y'all well know, I'm sure he loved those pups.
Yeah.
And he was doing his best to get there. We had somebody not long ago out at Oak Tibby get hung in a deer stand. The leg of the deer stand fell off and he was trapped. So he called and got help. We have somebody from Louisiana last night that got airlifted. They fell out of the deer stand. Y'all be careful. All this harnesses are your best way if you climb trees to protect yourself.
There was a local man that died that way a few years back.
I've
Nice
quit
guy, super
climbing.
nice guy. That's the way he. I think I think the equipment broke, and it,
And that can happen.
no.
Yeah, I've gone to about chair height, as high as I go nowadays.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What if a wild boar after you?
I'd close the door.
Okay.
Shoot house.
I was
just
gonna
for
say,
me.
how much higher would you go with the wild boar?
I'm just too cold to do it like I used to. You know, 30 years ago, I would sit out there in anything.
I never really quite understood. This is probably going to be a very bad thing, but deer hunting to me and sitting in the cold,
Yeah.
I just can't make it happen in my brain. It just like, why would you want to sit?
Well, it's the chance of killing something big. Then the older you get, you think,
Do you
food,
really care?
heat. Yeah, I don't want to go today.
Yeah, I can't bear the cold. Never could.
They don't know much. Tupelo, Mississippi, they're investigating the death of a 5-year-old. And again, they've released nothing on this so far, but this is in Tupelo, Mississippi, as we look at a few of the headlines from across the state of Mississippi.
Yeah.
I hope no foul play was involved with that.
It seems like there's so much of that with young
Oh, it
children.
is.
There was not too long ago, last week, the postal worker found a little girl walking around 5 years old.
Yeah.
And she had a sister that was 4, and they still haven't found the sister, but they have since arrested the people that were taking care of them. So they said that now it's just a recovery operation.
Oh,
So obviously something's been said.
we really don't know what children go through that you bump in each and every day.
You really don't.
Of what their home life is like. Pray for them. Do what you can, as you can, through churches. A lot of great folks. There's always somebody with a scam out there, Debbie, and this guy in Mississippi tried to do that. Pontotoc. Social Security, as you would file your unemployment claims. 26 of them he had filed under different names.
Really?
He's going to jail.
And he got it?
Apparently, if you swap enough Social Security numbers and submit them,
And you hear people that try to do it that are legit, and they
get it.
can't get it. Just like when somebody needs to have disability,
Oh, that's a toughie.
and people that legitimately need it can't get it, but then you have somebody, read in the paper where somebody scammed them out of all kinds of money.
Yeah,
Somebody
that-
said that it's Minnie Pearl's birthday.
Ooh, Minnie Pearl. I like to go Minnie Pearl.
I met her
Or
out of her out.
oh, Minnie
Sarah-
Pearl is Bill's dog.
Bill.
I think
Happy
that's-
birthday, Minnie Pearl.
I think that's what that is, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it?
I think.
Okay. Well, remember Minnie Pearl is Sarah Buchanan,
Yep.
and she has a cancer center in Nashville that is
Sweet,
named
sweet
after.
woman.
Yeah,
Let's see here. Did you see where that American Idol star died?
I did.
C.J. Harris dead at what, 31?
Isn't he from? He's from this area.
Yeah,
Isn't he from somewhere around here?
I believe so. I don't have the exact place
he
that
is
he was born.
from. Where is he from? Somewhere in Mississippi.
God bless
But
him.
I really never watched it.
Jasper,
So-
Alabama is where he's
Oh,
from.
okay. Well, I know it
It's
was
right
somewhere
across the
not
line.
too far. But that's really sad. Really sad.
I haven't been an American Idol fan in
I've
quite
never
some
really
time. It
watched
just changed the. Yeah.
I
Well,
just never really watched it at all. Oh, Minnie Pearl is a small dog. Well, either way, happy birthday, Minnie Pearl.
You got to wish them puppy dogs a happy birthday.
She's getting doggy ice cream. What is doggy ice cream?
They make it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just regular ice cream.
I don't know.
I always, when I take Charlie with me to Starbucks or something, I always get him a pup cup. He expects it. Have you ever gotten your dogs one?
No, I know that over at Jackson Flowers, they got a lot of things that you can mix up. She gave us a little bag that you mix up and you make ice cream out of it for puppy dogs, but
Oh, okay.
I hadn't done it yet.
Well, all of the pup cup is whipped cream in
Oh.
a cup. and he laps it up. Loves it.
Old
Yeah.
Charlie boy.
Yeah.
And
I need to bring him in one day.
Let him be a.
Got a lot of personality.
Oh, he does.
He has a cowboy hat
I saw that. Dressed him up for Halloween, didn't you?
with a little sheriff thing on it.
Ooh, let's see here. A former Ole Miss football player is being charged with kidnapping. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's Ole Miss and NFL player. He was an NFL player.
I don't know why. Why would you do this? Happened over in Jackson, in that area there.
Yeah, he's
How?
from Mississippi.
It's just one thing after another nationwide. Every day you see more. And I feel for this. Do y'all remember that last hurricane that hit the Louisiana Gulf Coast? More and more every day, insurance companies are pulling out of Louisiana going, too bad, so sorry, we can't insure you anymore.
Yeah, it happens whenever there's a major catastrophe. You just think about how overwhelmed. So I think insurance companies, and I may be wrong about this, we might have to do a fact check, but they sometimes when it's a high risk area, they are only allowed to insure X amount of homes or businesses or cars or whatever. And then it has to move to another insurance company because you can't take such a risk.
So at what point will it be to where people can't afford to go back to the coast to build because the insurance is just so
I
high?
think it's probably like that. That's why people like me and you don't have a
one.
place there. I think it's just the people that can afford it.
Yeah,
So-
it's changing daily as we look at all of this. Let's see what else is happening this morning as we look along. This is, and we see this every time we got storms coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we always urge you to take care of your family. Never sit below a tree. But we had a guy not long ago in Kemper County that lost his life. It was with a power company. A limb fell and hit him. It happened this week. A guy in Georgia. He just FaceTimed his daughter and
That's so sad.
lost his life a few minutes
Right
later.
after that. Yeah. Had no clue. Well, that's kind of like the Nepal plane crash that happened 2 days ago. A guy was FaceTiming. It was on Facebook.
Yes, it
He was
was.
live streaming the landing, and I think it's because that airport is a very scary
One of those
airport.
where you
Yeah,
have
it's
to-
where you have to kind of go down, and there's mountains around him, and just a high risk landing. And he was just FaceTiming, and then all of a sudden it caught fire. Then they crashed, and the FaceTime stayed all the way through it, which is amazing to me that it stayed live stream.
Till the bitter end.
I guess until the phone burned, because you could see the flames, you could see everything. I mean, you couldn't see gory
Right.
stuff, but the entire plane crash
And it goes up and it catches fire, and then it just like that.
just crashes. Yeah, and they said that the pilot, instead of landing in a residential area, went into a gorge
To try to save as
yeah,
much life as
yeah.
he could. Well, no, that was
And
good.
all of them, I think it was 72 on board, and I think all of them passed away. That's awful.
7:28 with Scotty Ray and Debbie. We'll be right back. We got a lot more to discuss, and get your day going. We'll be right back.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service. Convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clark, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Spring is right around the corner, and Wilson Salt, Highway 19 North, invites you by to get your equipment ready. For the do-it-yourselfer, they have all the filters and oil you'll need. Does your X-Mark need a tune-up or maybe a new set of blades? Let the professional sharpen your steel chainsaw or replace the plug. And they can get your steel weed eater running like tip-top for the spring. Whatever your need is, Wilson Saw and Outdoor Power will have you ready for spring. 71 Highway 19 North, 601-693-4100. Join Mike Rice Auctions and Wholesales every Tuesday night for a live auction, and you can bid from the comfort of your own home. Each week, Mike has a whole selection of auction items. Maybe you're a business that needs a liquidation sale. Or maybe you're in charge of an estate and don't know what to do with all you got. Talk to Mike Rice Auctions about an estate sale. Let Mike turn these items into cash for you. Your next deal is waiting for you at Mike Rice Auctions and Wholesale this Tuesday night, live on Facebook at 6:30.
As we return, talk about our friends at Godwin Cleaning Services. They're there today to take care of anything you need washed up, whether it's a building, a workplace. They do all that, including your home with vinyl siding, brick, rock, whatever it's made of, they can clean that. From the steel roofs all the way over to the asphalt. Maybe you've got shingles. Whatever the case is, they can do that, and slate roofs as well. They do all of that, including driveways, and they can do this on a timeline. They come back every 6 months, every 2 months, depending upon your driveway, your house, or your business, how much travel it has and needs cleaning. They'll take care of it for you. From windows and a whole lot more, your back decks, your steps, they'll take that slippery right out of the way. Godwin Cleaning Services. Give them a call, 601-253-8262. That's the number. Godwin come running and take care of you there.
Good morning to you. Hey, look, I
What's that?
have to address what Jan Bushman
What does she say?
just posted. So Jan and I, all of us, worked together in radio for years. And Jan, we had a desk right beside each other.
I remember.
And Jan always dressed pretty fancy. I've never been one of those real put together people. Like I just am not. I'm not.
Jan always looked like she had a
Jan looked
team.
like she had a team that put her together every morning. I'm not like that. Jan would look over at me. She said, "Did you mean to not brush your hair? Or did you mean to wear those shoes with that outfit?" Or, she was always doing something that had me self-conscious. And so she just posed, "Did you mean to wear those glasses with that shirt?"
Nothing like the good old days.
But it only took once for me to say, "Jan, did you mean to wear such and such?" I don't even know what it was. And she got up and left and went home and changed her entire outfit.
Oh, Jan ain't gonna look bad. No way.
So
no
I
how.
was just, my clothes are black, white, brown, beige, a sprinkle of green, and that's about it.
Mine is whatever reaches in the first shirt that's in the closet in rotation gets worn.
Yeah.
I never look at color,
And
ever.
like hair, I've never really I just can't, I have to mess with it too much, I'm sorry, I bring up hair a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
rubbing it
I
in,
didn't
aren't you
mean
there,
to.
Debbie? Let's
Yeah.
go back and take a look at what happened on this day, Debs. A few of these things I think you're going to find interesting as we go back to probably one of the
Ow.
biggest known criminals of all time.
Yeah, Al
Y'all remember
Capone.
this?
Al Capone.
He was
Didn't
a
know what
bad
he
dude.
looked like. Is Al Capone the one that
He had
what's
a
his name? Went to look in the thing for his stuff. What
Oh,
was
yeah,
his
yeah,
name?
the safe.
What's his name?
Got hit with a chair.
Geraldo
Geraldo
Rivera.
Yeah,
Because he made a big show. And I
It
want to
was-
say it was a live show.
it was. It was millions.
Millions watching, because that was back when we didn't have a whole lot of channels. And everybody was glued to it because he was in Al Capone's thing.
Then opened that safe, and
Nothing. There was nothing. That'd be my
it was
fault.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Really, I thought there was going to
It
be
was
something
really
there.
an embarrassment for him, but oh well.
This lady outlived us, mostly everybody of her time. She was
Yeah.
99 years old. They had already said she was going to be 100.
I know.
She didn't quite make it to that birthday. As Betty White was born on today. Wasn't she beautiful?
I love Betty White. She was an actress for so long, you forget some of the roles that she played. But my first introduction, I think, to Betty White was the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Yes.
And
Lou and all of that
yeah,
gang.
the Mary Tyler Moore Show, I want to say is my first.
And who can't remember as a kid hearing this loud voice come out of nowhere and go, "This is CNN."
This is CNN.
And he claimed that he actually forgot that he ever recorded that.
It was the most famous voice ever.
Yeah. It was played over and over. That was back when CNN was kind of normal.
Well,
I'm
it was
not
just
sure.
that was when it was a 24-hour news show. Ted Turner. I mean, it was the very first one.
Yes.
That you could just watch continuous news.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or something like a tiger, sting like a bee.
Fly like a butterfly, sting,
Sting
like a bee.
Nobody's something Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
What is it?
Fly like a butterfly, sting,
Sting
like a bee. Nobody's greater than Muhammad Ali.
Something like that.
There was a different word to that.
Anybody
to
know?
Tammy Lee. I don't know where you are this morning, but Tammy Lee could tell me the other version of that.
What?
They used to pick on her when we were in high school. I remember these two little boys that picked on poor Tammy. I bet she'd like to whoop them.
Why?
They
I don't
took
know.
that little song and changed it around, made fun of Tammy. And Tammy, ooh,
Well, that's me.
they were. Let's
He's a
see who
legend.
else went on this day. Anybody remember watching Porky's?
Yeah.
Y'all remember
I saw it
that?
at the drive-in.
Really, we didn't have one then. It was,
Yes, you did.
It was
It's-
closed by then when I come along.
What year did Porky's come out?
I don't know.
It was
80s?
not closed.
There wasn't one in Scuba.
Well, there was one in Meridian.
I don't think I got to go to it.
Porky's was huge. That was
It
a
was.
huge movie.
Y'all remember that coach? It's her birthday today. Her real name is Nancy Parsons. She had a birthday.
Wow. Who all was in that movie?
I don't know. I never one of them.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was funny.
Dan Aykroyd. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I remember watching Taxi.
Loved it.
Had a bunch of people in it that were
He
stars.
was weird. He was crazy.
That doesn't look
He
right.
was-
Let's hit this button.
He
There
was
we go.
weird.
Yeah, he was different.
Yeah.
And he died not all that long ago.
Was it not that long ago?
Okay, maybe it was 10 years ago.
I don't know. I thought he died a long time ago.
I mean, you could be right.
Yeah. I
We'll
think I
fact
might
check it
be.
later in the week.
We'll do fact check. We need to.
Andy Kaufman. But Taxi, that was, believe it or not, was big back in the day. In 1953, did anybody own one of these? Because if you still got it, it is most likely worth a small fortune as we look back today and see that, well, the Corvette was unveiled today in 1953.
The 53 Corvette.
That's a beauty.
I dated a guy that had a maybe a 60 Corvette. Yeah. 66 Corvette, something like that. That's pretty cool.
Beautiful cars.
He loved his cars more than he loved anything, though.
So it didn't work
We were
out with
very
y'all.
young. I was like 15, 16 years old, but he loved his cars.
You could tell that it wasn't going anywhere.
He couldn't have cared less. All he cared about was his cars.
His hair and his car.
No.
So back in the teenage years, it did matter back then of what a guy drove, didn't it?
Well, back then, of course, I lived in Middle Tennessee, and we drove around Shoney's.
Yeah.
You know, like if you had, what
The
is it
Sonic
called?
gear.
The cam, like where your car would just kind of.
Yeah.
And that's all you did. And I guess it was the coolest car. And they could, as long as they had a girl in the car, I don't really think it mattered who the girl was. It was the car and other guys seeing your car
Yeah.
and making noise. That was it.
So
That
keep
was the
in
fun.
mind.
Huh?
Loping.
Kind of like you do in your Avalanche.
You're not going to let me live that down, are you?
It's like a little Tupperware car.
It is a Tupperware. It's ugly. I'm not going to lie about it. It's real ugly. 1955, Steve Azar was born. No, Steve,
No, Steve
Earle.
Azar.
Steve Earle was born. And Steve Earle is the guy that had Guitar Town.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time that a country album sold 6 million copies out of the box. It was big. It was huge. We would later learn that Steve was hearing country music and went, woo, to the left side of the screen he went.
I think Mike had his album. I think he
did.
still has his album.
Guitar Town
actually.
was great. He even
Yeah.
did one from prison. Let's just say he went really to the left.
Did he go to prison or
Oh,
he went
yeah,
to
he went to
perform like
prison.
Johnny Cash and all of them did? Remember,
went-
everybody used to go perform in prison.
Yeah, he actually got to perform while in prison.
Oh,
Mm.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, what was it? Pet Detective made this guy such a household name.
I think so. I think it was it.
Jim Carrey.
He was good. That was a good show. Good movie.
He was different.
What, you didn't like it?
He just was.
My favorite Jim Carrey movie, though,
was
is Liar,
really-
Liar.
where he had to tell the
Where he
truth.
had to tell the truth.
He
Because I
was
thought,
the-
what if you were really in that position where you
Because
had
he
to-
was an attorney, and of
we
course
like
we
to
all
act
know.
like we don't lie, but all of us have to tell a little white lie on occasion.
Yeah, how does that dress look?
Like, oh, that looks
Cute.
great. You look great. No, I didn't notice you gained weight.
How's that green shirt? Well, perfect.
Perfect. That's what I said this morning. I said, I think it looks a little sloppy. And you know, no, that looks good.
Do you remember watching Cosby? You probably do. The guy that was Joseph Phillips, who was
Mm-hmm.
her husband, was on that show. He is now a conservative Christian,
Yeah.
big time speaker for.
So her name, I don't really know about him as much as, wasn't she just married to the guy that everybody's in love with from
Jail?
Jared? No, what's his name? God, the big old. He's I can't think of his name.
I don't know.
I mean, he's supposedly super good looking. I'm gonna look it up. Somebody knows. Somebody knows.
Got a lot of comments of folks that aren't real crazy about old Jim Carrey there.
He is weird, but that Jim Carrey was weird. So see, I was right. Andy Kaufman died in '84. He didn't just die.
Okay, I was a little off. So we fact checked and we got the truth now. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Whoops. Put that down in our notes to go over Friday if what I said wrong. Let's see here. 1976. There were some people that liked this guy. I was not one of those that purchased a CD or 33, you might say, back in the day, but I know a lot of you did. I write the
8-track.
songs that. Can you sing the song? All right.
I write the songs that make the whole. I can't
world.
sing.
Yeah.
Whole world sing. I write the songs that make something.
Y'all remember that?
He wrote all the commercials too.
Ooh.
He wrote You know, most of the commercials were him.
No.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I'm trying to think of what commercials.
So
All of the big commercials back in the day in the 70s was.
so he was, Barry Manilow. Big popular.
me.
I like this guy a whole lot. Who remembers driving along with the rain coming down and singing, I Love a Rainy Night?
Eddie Rabbit.
Eddie Rabbit. Wow, he was really good. And of course, got his break there with Elvis. 1971, this guy came along. Kid Rock. A lot of folks liked him. 1973 was when
Wait
he was
a minute.
born.
Why does Kid Rock? Oh, in 1973, it was also when Aloha from Hawaii.
Actually,
That doesn't match up.
No, it doesn't. That's not supposed to be there.
Okay. Which is my absolute favorite Elvis thing ever. I know
Elvis.
every word to every song. I used to listen to it all the time.
From the Aloha.
Yeah, because it was a live broadcast. But I also like Kid Rock, so there you go.
1975, and then when we would find out this guy was accused of murder, it shook America. And they go, no, not the TV guy that was the hero, but yeah, Beretta.
Was it his wife?
Yes, that
And
he
it
was accused
I think
of.
I remember that. That was the "Don't go to bed
That's
with
it.
no price on your head."
Everybody
Don't do
watched
it.
that.
Everybody watched it. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
That was it.
You need to get me singing
Reba.
lessons.
She joined the Grand Ole Opry on this date back in '86. I got to get that fixed. So, did you ever watch the show Reba? It's
Yeah,
pretty-
I
it's
love it.
pretty
Oh, she's
good.
funny.
It was
Hilarious.
a wholesome family show.
Yeah.
For the most part.
She was
Kinda
very
weird,
funny. She had the ex-husband, and the ex-husband had the goofy wife,
Yeah.
and yeah.
1994, this is the first time that a president would ever be accused of this. Paula Jones steps out and she goes, wait a minute, Bill just done something weird. Well, y'all take
But
it from
that was
there.
when he was not the
He was
president.
governor.
He was governor because Mike and I lived in Little Rock when he was governor, and I remember that was huge at the time. It was a big stink. Paula Jones, what's her name? Jennifer Flowers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, as we would learn later, that Hillary would set up a panel, and it was pretty much a war room to take them down no matter what.
Because she was political, and she went.
She wasn't giving up nothing.
She didn't care. She wasn't at home baking cookies, as she said. Isn't that what she said?
That's what she said. 2008, John Melvin passed away. You go, well, who is that? Anybody remember Sam the Butcher and wondered why Alice and him never?
I think they did. I think they were boyfriend and girlfriend on
You
the
think
fly.
so? Okay.
Yeah.
And there he is there from the Andy Griffith Show. He was also in the episode where he told Barney he was going to whoop him as soon as he took off his uniform. So Barney wore his uniform 24/7, if you remember, so he wouldn't hurt somebody.
The best show ever. Andy Griffith.
Which one?
Is the best show ever. All of Barney's, all the stories.
Yeah.
Everything behind it. So well written. I love it.
They really, truly, I think if you summed it up, that would be listed as the #1 show in America.
Yeah.
I don't see how
I
it
think
couldn't
so.
be. More coming up with.
Oh, there we go.
What's that?
I am stuck on Band-Aid Brandon. Band-Aid stuck on me.
He wrote that?
That was
Manilow?
Barry Manilow. It was also, what was the other? McDonald's. He wrote the McDonald's theme. What else is up there? Oh, Pepsi. He wrote if there was a commercial, Barry Manilow wrote it and sang
I
it.
didn't know all this.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Honestly, this is the first time
Yeah.
I've ever heard that. But I remember those Band-Aid songs and the Mikey Likes It and all that. I don't know if he did that, but
No, that was a cereal, right? Mikey likes it.
yeah, Life.
Mikey likes it. Yeah.
But impressive there,
Yeah.
Barry Manilow. Don't get caught with one of those in your car. Scary. Scotty Ray and Debbie, good morning to you. We hope you're having a wonderful day.
I'm Chris Bullock, and I'm a candidate for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. One of the reasons I'm running is I absolutely love this community and care about our people. I have the experience and leadership skills necessary to provide a professional service to every resident. I have a record of serving this community since I was 15 years old. It's time for fresh ideas under a new generation of leadership. I ask for your prayers, and I ask for your support.
Paid Political by friends of Chris Bullock.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
Well, as we talk to our friends there at Snowden and Company, they've got what you want when it comes to buying or purchasing a home. A lot of them to choose from in the Meridian area. Drop by and visit with them. And, of course, online, anything that you're looking for at Snowden and Company, realestate.com is where you'll find them. Call Amanda, any of her staff. They can locate the home that you're looking for. We've talked about that before, 2, 3 bedroom, whatever the case is, or a certain school district. Just a heads up of, hey, we got a home. Do you want to come look at it? Look at it online, then go look at it in person. From the water to a subdivision to, well, maybe you want just land away from everybody. Maybe you don't get along with your neighbors good. They can find you the perfect spot no matter what you need. Visit with them today. They'll be there till 5 o'clock, Saturday by appointment only, and closed on Sunday. Visit with them from Lake Ross Collins all the way around over to Jackson, Mississippi. That's SnowdenRealEstate.com. That's Amanda. Stop by and see her friendly staff. They'll help you at 453-3937. Great folks. Well, they got a great attitude about them.
They have really grown that business, haven't they?
They have. How do you feel of getting back into the swing of things, getting up early again and doing this?
Getting up early? I always get up early anyway, but yeah. I think the hardest part of this is the getting dressed.
Getting dressed and coming up?
Yeah. So back in radio, I could come in with my hair wet. And
you wouldn't nobody know.
I never wore makeup. I looked pretty rough. So, therefore, that's why Jan always made fun of me. I didn't see her getting up that early in the morning either. Hey, back to the Barry Manilow. You deserve a break today, so get up and get away.
That was
to
McDonald's?
Yeah.
Well, Bill Reinhardt figured that out. I would have never, I just had no clue that man did all of that.
Oh, I mean, he was known, didn't he do, her name was Lola. She was a showgirl.
Yeah. Is that the Copacabana?
Copacabana, yeah. Speaking of that, what's her name? Gina Lola Brigida died yesterday.
She sure did.
She was gorgeous, the actress.
Oh, she was
Lola
absolutely.
Brigida.
Well, today, I don't know if y'all watch this show or not. It's a little different. Chrisley Knows Best. They both will head off to jail this morning. They went shopping yesterday, didn't they?
I don't understand this. I saw the story. I read the story. And they went out and bought tons of groceries. They had to check in today. Today's the 17th, correct?
Yep.
They had to check in today to serve their sentence of 7 and 9 years or something like that.
It's close.
And but they went out grocery shopping. They went out furniture shopping. Now they live right outside of Nashville, in I think Brentwood or Franklin or something like that.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and now this morning they have to go and check in.
Now there he is. Let's back up here to where he is. This is from Daily Mail.
And he's wearing jail clothes already.
That's exactly it. Dancing to the jailhouse rock.
Yeah.
But you got to remember now, he stole millions and then lied about it. He forged documents time and time again to borrow money and then do what he wanted with it.
$30 million.
And you and I were talking about this.
Like, why, if you're already making great money like that, would you risk everything?
Yeah.
To try to just get more and more? I don't get it, but I don't know. But they go today. They were refused bond. And that's it. And then once they get out, they have to, I'm sure it'll be reduced, don't you?
Oh, you know they will. A good behavior.
Once they get out, they have to do a probation period of like 16 months or something.
It's time to go back to Dollywood as we see that Dolly is building onto her roller coaster this spring. It's going to be a big one as they add to this, a 4,000 long roller coaster. It's going to be opening up this spring.
That's huge. Have you ever been there?
Dolly, oh yeah, Dollywood. I love it.
Love it too. I watched a thing the other day with the Dolly Parton. And she said that she actually, years ago, was asked to write a song and bury it in a time capsule at Dollywood.
Really?
And she said, I always regretted it because she said, I wrote it, I sang it, I put it on the current time, whatever type of media we used, or I guess CDs or whatever. And she said, and we buried it, and nobody else knows what the song is except for her. And she said, I regret it because it was a really good song. She said, I always regretted that because now they won't pull it. They'll dig it up in 2045.
Oh, she won't be here with us by then.
And that's what she said. And she said, unless I live over 100.
Wow.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting that she has that buried there.
Mall of America, which is in Washington, D.C., they threw someone out yesterday, or one day this week, rather, let me say it that way. Guy walked in wearing a Jesus Saves T-shirt. Security told him to get out or take it off. He refused to take it off, and he walked and left the building.
Yeah.
Has it come to that in America, that things like that are happening?
I don't understand why they would be
I don't
offended
either.
by that. But I just have to make a little correction. Mall of America is not in D.C.
Isn't that the
It's
Mall
in
of America? Washington, D.C.?
I thought it was in the Mall of America in Minnesota.
Well, I thought it was Mall of America.
I think you're wrong.
Okay.
I'm not trying to say you're wrong, but
Yeah,
I
okay.
think you might be wrong.
I might be wrong. But what is it called in Washington?
The mall. You're talking. That is an actual shopping mall that this guy was in. You're thinking of the mall,
Yeah, I thought they called it the
like
Mall
where
of
the
America.
reflection pond.
Yeah,
and
all that.
stuff.
I thought
Yeah.
it was in that area. But no,
No.
it was Minnesota.
It was
where that
actually.
happened.
It was actually at a shopping mall
Okay.
called the Mall of America,
Man, I got
which
confused
is a
on that.
huge mall. I've never been there, but
Okay.
heard of it.
Huh. But
I'm not trying to correct you.
Regardless, regardless of what situation or what town it was in, and it does end up being Minnesota after you point that out. But that's bad that you can't wear a shirt like that anywhere in America now.
Yeah.
Asking people
I
to take it
agree.
off.
Yeah.
I don't get this in Mexico. They're trying to impose no smoking laws. They got the cartel hurting folks, but yet they're still trying to impose a smoking. Yeah, who you going to tell the cartel they can't smoke?
They're probably going to get it too because there's several countries that already have that where there's just no smoking.
Whoa.
And I don't understand why Mexico's so bent on it. I'm sure there's some political reason behind it.
It's got to be.
But they've already implemented this no smoking like United States, inside of certain buildings and all of that. But that's going to be a tough one for a lot of travelers.
Sure.
I just have to say this real quick.
So what's that?
Barry Manilow, he wrote State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're
If there's a
kidding.
commercial that was written in the 70s, he wrote it. I'm not joking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mr. Jingle is what we'll call him.
Yeah, he was.
Scotty Ray and Debbie will be right back.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends.
Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 invites you by to take a look at a brand new product they've got. Odes, ATVs, and UTVs. These side-by-sides range from 800 to 1,000 cc's and they come with heat or air. Whether you're doing work around the farm or hunting, they've got the unit just for you to keep warm or cool depending upon that Mississippi and Alabama day. Swing by for a test drive today at Freeman Tractor. See coleslaw, buttermilk, and don't forget you can meet their newest employee, Eggplant. That's Freeman Tractor, Highway 494.
Have you been hurt on the job? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Know your rights when it comes to the workplace injuries. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Well, let's talk about our friends over at Chet's Paint and Body. We talk about him a lot. There's a reason for that. He's good at what he does. 737-2961 is the number to call Chet. They're located out on Highway 495, right there in the curve. You can't miss them going to the reservoir. Whichever way, if you have a dent, a scratch, or something major, Chet can do it for you. We'll get some new updated pictures here in the next week or so as we look around the lot to see what they've got, from front edge damage to a door ding to replacing a door handle. They do all that at Chet's Paint and Body. Find out why so many use them. It's word of mouth. They do good work, and they do it in a timely manner. Again, 737-2961, Chet's Paint and Body, 9888 Highway 495. Drop in and visit with them. That's the office there, and they'll show you around it. Well, get you going before long at all.
Hey, I do want to say a big old happy birthday to a good friend, Bill Malone. Bill Malone, happy birthday to you. I don't know.
Bill?
Yeah, he's 30.
30-ish?
30. I would guess he's Katie's age. So he's, how old are you, Katie? I can't remember. He's 33. I'm going to go with that. 34.
Did you see where Marie Osmond is saying she's not giving her cash to her kids when she dies?
I don't blame her.
Giving it to charity. She's got 8 young ones.
She said it creates laziness and entitlement, which...
but that really messes up the whole Yellowstone theme here. Passed on to family and family.
Well, she just said not money. Maybe they're going to inherit land, property.
I don't know. But
business.
Boy, that'd be bad.
Because she has a full business.
She's got dolls.
She slings more stuff and sells it than any person, and still looks 12 years old.
She does, doesn't she?
That's scary, Scotty Ray. That story about that little boy walking around with that gun.
I know, I saw that. Indiana is where this happened.
The only reason I mentioned that because he popped it up on the screen real quick, but I did actually watch that video, and it's a door camera that caught a little toddler with a gun walking around playing with it, and it was loaded.
And they ended up arresting the father over the situation at the end of the day. And it was in the early morning hours. What was he doing out of the apartment complex with a gun? He could have hurt himself, someone else. Right. And they are charging Papa Bear on that also. Yeah. Oh, boy.
That was terrifying. And you can't go out and grab the gun from the kid because he had it in trigger,
ready to go.
Ready to go. Yeah.
Let's see here. I've got time for just about one more. They had a death row inmate in Nashville that has been there for years upon years. He didn't quite make it to his deadline.
I guess that works out, though.
It did.
Yeah. I saw where somebody in Japan, she choked to death right before her death penalty.
Ouch.
4 days before she was to be put to death.
We certainly appreciate y'all. We'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early. Scotty Ray and Debbie will see you at 7 a.m. right here at Fox 30.
See you then.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: